we have bandwidth issues. Our pipe is just not, oh, do you as well?
Yeah.
The size of our pipe just isn't big enough to support that yet. It's getting there. We're excited about that potential, because with 140,000 people, 135,000 people, we have a problem that people just don't feel like they ever see senior leaders or leadership. And you might have the same issue for people in, in countries around the world that don't get a lot of opportunity to come back to DC. So we really want to have the ability for people to feel connected. So that's one of the things that we're really excited about social collaboration tools, is the ability to bring people together and make our world a lot smaller. That, I'm no longer on a PAC team of 660 together with 3,500 marketers in 206 countries, part of a 135,000 person organization. I'm part of the Digital and Social Media Secure Work Group, which includes a representative from everywhere, and I know all of their names. And I see them on video and we exchange video. That's what we're really, really excited about. We also collaboratively work on videos and TV commercials, so the ability to scoop that around in preview will be a huge achievement for us, because the ability to sort of broadcast a TV commercial in a town hall and get people's feedback, we don't have that right now. We have to literally shuffle the video on a CD player around the world, like on FedEx. So,
in the pilot that you're doing right now, have people also said that maybe there's a duplication because you put things on Socialcast but you also send an email just in case? Because there's people not on Socialcast and there's people, so you send it on the two channels just to see what happens.
Oh, see, we haven't run into that problem yet because of how we're doing the pilot, but I imagine we'll totally run into that problem once we roll it out more broadly. Because how we're doing our pilot is we're putting people in natural, who are in the same work groups, all in the pilot at the same time. So my digital and social team, we're all in the pilot, so we don't have to send it around because we're all in. I imagine when we roll it out, that will be a problem. Do you have that issue here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And sometimes, since it's new or it was, because it was not rolled out that way, it was different. It was, there's there and people will join and say, oh, that's great. But since we have people that are not on Socialcast and people that are, and you have the ability to be or not to be also, if one day I don't want to be. So I see a lot of times what happens, I receive emails that I'm reading, then I go on Socialcast and I have all of these I've already read in my inbox, so why do you put things on both places?
So why don't you write people back and tell them to join?
Maybe not.
Why would you not be on Socialcast? I'm potentially betraying my function, but it's such a no-brainer.
Well, sometimes you're dealing with countries that have, issues with internet. So for them, really just getting somewhere with the internet, it's just a pain.
Yeah.
So if they have to respond to 3 emails and or upload things, so they're not as familiar, they might think, okay, it's better for me to use just email because I already know how to use it, than try to spend time in this new tool trying to figure it out, which is pretty easy, but it also depends on the age of the person or how inclined it is to use those tools.
And I would argue, for people in bandwidth-constrained environments where they have an actual physical barrier to using a program, that's one thing. That's an issue that may or may not have a resolution. So you can just sort of set that aside, or you have to set it aside because there are reasons that can't be helped. But for everyone else, that's where your role comes in. Like if you're using Socialcast and you're seeing the benefits of it, which I hope you are, that's where it's important for you to become that evangelist internally and say, hey folks, there's a smarter way of working and it's an easier way of working. Let's all make that move. No one can do that for you. You have to be that evangelist and you have to be that truth. So be excited about it and convince others, because as we're thinking about what would our rollout plan be, we're almost taking a page from Google and how they rolled out Gmail, where I don't know if you remember when they rolled out Gmail before it became a disaster of an email program.
Yeah.
But you got invitations that you could share with people. So when you got into the club, you can invite 10 other people. So we're thinking about that sort of program, like how do we, we roll it out to marketers and PR people, but then they can invite the 10 people that they collaborate with the most, because you have to see a benefit from it in order to want to use it. And hopefully you see that benefit and can be that evangelist. I put you on the spot.
No, and it's totally fine, and that's what happened here. I mean, I was invited to social class. I said, what the heck? So I just got in. I said, oh, this is cool, so we can invite other people. But now that we're trying to get everybody on social class from our region, Latin America and the Caribbean, before our retreat, to force people to interact and everything, it's been terrible sometimes. And that's where I've seen, let's put it on social class, let's send an email, let's send a letter, let's everywhere, let's call. So to make sure that, because not everybody's on there, not like people, just try and just stick to that and make one comment, even if it's just to press like the star. Like it. do it. But sometimes
I mean, I will say too, like there's no substitution for institutional support.